Disclaimer. Right before you watch a single minute, I want to give you a heads up. This show is a little bit different. I've made this show in a conversational, easy to watch way, so you don't waste your time. Swearing? In real life I swear, so I also swear in this show. So if any of the above offends you, this show may not be for you, and that's totally okay. There are thousands of shows out there that will likely be perfect for you, and I'm always happy to recommend. And if that stuff works for you, awesome. I'm just sharing what I know, from my experience, in an effort to help folks who maybe need something a little more harsh, a combination of a kick up the ass and an arm around the shoulder. So, watch this show with an open mind. I hope you find it entertaining. Heads up given. You have been politely warned. Good luck.
That's good. That's good.
Have you ever thought why some people have such an awesome life? Plenty of money? Amazing friends? And a business they love? Yet others who struggle at every step are constantly broke, and can never get out of the daily rut. I pondered the exact same thing a couple of years ago. And I started looking for answers. Is it really possible to be fucking awesome? Live life on your own terms? Make a difference and be truly fulfilled? All that while having fuck loads of fun? Yep. So why you? Why me? That's a good question. You, dear listener, I have no idea who you are, what your situation is, what makes you happy, or what turns you on. I created this show for me first and foremost. It's the one thing I wish I could go back in time and give to the younger Jimmy to tell him to stop waiting for things to happen, and simply go out there and fucking make them happen. If I handed this show to him, he probably wouldn't have a clue what he was doing with it. But one thing I have learned, as you will see, is that pretty much nobody does. And when you know that, it's rather liberating. I felt that I was supposed to do something more with my life than sit in an office, slowly going insane, and making someone else money, while life slipped by me. I didn't want to wake up in my 40s, 50s, or 60s, look back on my life and say, oh crap. So at 33, I said, fuck it. I had simply had enough. I had spent the majority of my life making excuses for why I hadn't achieved this and that. But the good news is that, it's never too late. Now let's just focus on what is in between your ears, and what you do with that brilliant brain of yours. Remember, it's a powerful fucker. Don't waste it. Rule 101. Be selfish. To be successful you have to be selfish, or else you never achieve. And once you get to your highest level, then you have to be unselfish. Stay reachable. Stay in touch. And don't isolate. Michael Jordan. I wanted to kick off this show with a nice controversial topic. If you know me, then you know I don't do convention. I speak total brutal honesty. And so fuck it, I'm going to start with some brutal truths. One of which is that, if you ever want to get anywhere in life, you've got to start getting a little selfish. Let me explain why this is so important, and show you how you can apply it to your life without coming across as a total dick. What you'll learn in this chapter probably outweighs everything else in this show, as it's the first step to really owning your life, and the decisions you make. You see? If there's anything I have learned about truly successful and awesome people, it's that they were once selfish with their time. And some still are. In fact, it is that exact selfishness that got them to where they are today. We're told as kids not to be selfish. Which is complete bullshit in my opinion. Why? Because it's gearing up our kids to think about everyone but themselves. It shows them that it's actually good to think about others and totally ignore yourself, your dreams, and your fucking ambitions. It's the industrial age thinking. Do what you are told. Work for others all your life, follow orders, take your money and shut the fuck up. Spend your life doing other people's shit and ignoring your own shit, until some fucking end date, which you don't even know you'll reach. And then you depart this world with no legacy of your own, because you were too busy living for others rather than making your own mark, on this small planet of ours. Doesn't seem like a remarkable, awesome life, is it? So listen up and keep an open mind. Don't worry, you can thank me later. Now you may be footloose and fancy-free. You may be married with kids. You could be like me and have a family member or friend you help support. You may, like my good friend Coca, have said, no, thank you, to human beings, in order to collect all the cats. Whatever your situation is, and especially if you support someone else, I am going to ask you to do this. Look after yourself. Now, I am not a parent yet, but many people who I have encountered and worked with are. They believe they have to sacrifice everything for their offspring. However, those who even for a short period of time, focused on themselves first ended up being better partners, parents, and friends. I used to be exactly the opposite. I put everyone else first and myself last. But after a while, it got kinda tough. What you should realize is that, if you don't sort yourself out first, then you can't do justice to those people who rely on you or your support. No fucker is going to do this for you. It's on your shoulders to take ownership. You see? For so long, I worked my ass off to the point that, yes, I had money coming in to provide where necessary, but I ended up burned out, frustrated, and unable to function. Entonces? A fucking waste of time. But, all I knew was hard work. Don't get me wrong though, if you want to make it in the entrepreneurial world, business, or life, you do have to fucking work, and hard at times. But the big mistake that I made, was not looking after myself before sorting everyone else out. The crazy thing is that being a little bit selfish, actually makes your and everyone else's lives better. If you've ever been on an airplane, then you've probably paid attention to what the flight attendant says. Fit your own oxygen mask before attempting to help others fit theirs. Exactly. You can't help others if you're dying yourself. You have to help yourself before you get to help others. Still fuzzy? That's fine, let me break it down. First step to be selfish is to take care of your health. Look, I'm quite open to say that I've had some problem with a hypomanic personality, highs and lows. And I've actually found it quite beneficial now that I know how to manage it. I never spoke to anybody about the shit I was going through, the thoughts in my head, how I was feeling. Nothing. To all intents and purposes, I was happy as a clam and living an epic life. All bullshit. I'm not going to tell you what to do specifically, just don't do what I did and go exactly the opposite way, and don't forget to take care of both your body and your mind. As of now, I'm pleased to say that my health and nutrition are on point. I don't bottle shit up anymore. And I actually wake up without feeling like death. Which is nice. Step 2. Exercise. It's not fun, especially to start with. But you need to do it. Me? I like to lift things and hit things. Do your research, find out what you like. Hire a personal trainer for a few sessions, at least to get you up and running. Make it a part of your life. Have it in your diary as a non-negotiable, block it out, make it routine. Period. Step 3. Nutrition. Try to eat as much real food as you can. Don't believe what the media says is best for you. Don't beat yourself up if you have a pizza or a cigarette, just don't do it all the time. Simple. Step 4. Mental health. The elephant in the room. I have found that those of us who identify as being entrepreneurs seem to have much bigger issues in their heads than most of the folks. I'm just gonna tell you this. Get a support network. Have people you trust around you and, if you feel down or stressed, fucking talk to them. That's what people for. Equally, there is nothing wrong if you speak to a professional. Get that shit sorted. It's normal. People are just too afraid to talk about it. Anyone doesn't like you or judges you for it. Fuck 'em. Which leads me and you to step number 5. Remove toxic people and places from your life. Once you do this, you will feel like a 20 kilograms backpack has been removed from your shoulders. Seriously, I've allowed toxic individuals to stay in my life way too long. These folks, and I don't think they are bad people by any means, they took up so much of my headspace that since I have removed them, my work rate, happiness, and bank balance have skyrocketed. You don't have to be an ass about it. Only simply unfollowing someone on social media or slowly distancing yourself from certain individuals, who suck the energy out of you, generally removes their negative vibes. If they are still causing you grief though, block them from your life on every communication channel. They may piss and moan for a bit, but they'll soon burn out and find someone else to give shit to. When you don't hear from them anymore, then congratulations. They have simply disappeared from your life. Remember this, your time is so precious. Be selfish with it and don't let people steal from you what can't be brought back. With regards to places, if you go to places where you end up doing things you regret, then don't go there. Willpower can be a bitch, so if you don't put yourself in situations that can make bad shit happen, it simply won't. The more you distance yourself from negativity, the more space it leaves for positive people to flow into your amazing life. Step number 6, have some you time. This is where we get to the part that sounds pretty odd, but once you get used to it, it makes life so much better. I'll expand on that later on. You need to have a mix of family time, date time, dumb shit time, entertainment time, and nothing time. All of the above are important, and they are important every week, and I'll show you how to schedule them later. Now, all I want you to care about is you. You still have to be you. You are not defined by your commitments. You owe it to yourself to be the person your friends and family love, and enjoyed spending time with, before you embarked on growing your business, and making drastic life changes, or whatever goal you have set to yourself. I lost someone I cared very much for, because I put work above everything else. And I know many people who have the same regrets. Don't make the mistakes I did. Learn from them. Don't stop being you. And you do that by making time to be you. I want you to consider what being awesome means to you. How much do you want to achieve the next level in your business and life? Do you wake up thinking about it every day? Is it something you will deal with someday, just not right now? Does it fill you with a burning rage that you haven't achieved all that you desire yet? You are going to have to get used to being selfish to the level you want to achieve your goals in life. I'm going to say something that seems contradictory to what I've seen in quite a few motivational and self-help books. You can't have it all. Well, not right away, anyway. This show is unusual, as you'll find things that are unsexy, such as hard work and sacrifice. I know there are people all over the web who say you can have it all without any sacrifice. Bullshit. They often forget to mention how hard they work to get to the point where they have it all. They give you the zero to hero story, but they miss out the difficult road they had to go through, which they don't mention, cause it ain't sexy enough. Yeah, that. Hard work and sacrifice don't sell, so they are probably dumb ideas for a book. But like I said earlier, I don't give a shit if this gets 10 or 10,000 fucking views. I'm doing it for me. And if people get value from it, sweet. Unfortunately, I have been burned with false promises before, and, dear listener, I don't want you to think that this is going to be a walk in the park. You are going to have to be selfish. You are going to have to make sacrifices. There is no way around it. If you are happy where you are in life right now, then keep doing what you're doing. But if there is something gnawing away at you inside, and you always feel that there is more to life, then evaluate what you are going to hang on to, and what you are willing to sacrifice for a period of time. Oh, and how long is that period of time? As a guesstimate from my own experience, a minimum of 2 years relentless work, assuming you have the required skills for what you are trying to do, to make it to some degree or other. Told you, I can't sell that shit. Finally, another thing I want you to get over if you have an issue with, which is rewarding yourself. If you are going to work your ass off, be selfish, make sacrifices when you hit a milestone, smash a goal, or simply achieve something that you thought was impossible, then reward yourself. If you have worked for it, earned it, made it happen, you deserve to treat yourself to something you want. It could be a new home, a tropical holiday, a new car, some fancy shoes, totally up to you. To me? I like to invite people who I love and get along with for a fancy dinner, where I don't care how much I spend, just to have an unforgettable time with them, as a reward to myself. They are my childhood after all. Because what is the point in all that hard work if you don't treat yourself from time to time? It's not always about others. You are the one doing the work, after all. As I said earlier, I am actually pretty simple and don't have crazy expensive tastes. I rather buying fake jewelry than buying real gold and silver, just because fake jewelry actually looks good. Well, in fact it looks much prettier. And yeah, I fucking worked for it. So when you do hit a big goal or milestone, be selfish. Do something for you. Because without you, nothing worth shit. Now let me remind you. Brother, sister. Listen up. Take ownership and look after yourself first. Now look, no fucker is going to do this for you. It's all on your shoulders. If you're dying yourself, you can't help anyone else. To be the success you want to be, you're going to have to start fitting your own oxygen mask before attempting to help others. Your exercise, nutrition and mental health come first. Block times in your diary that are non-negotiable and make them routine. Remove toxic people and places from your life. The more you distance yourself from negativity, the more space it leaves for positive people and experiences to flow naturally into your life. This doesn't mean you have to do anything drastic. It could be something as simple as blocking negative people on Facebook. Consider what being awesome means to you. If you want to achieve the next level in business and life, you're going to need to go balls deep on this. Ask the uncomfortable questions to bring out the truth. What is it you wake up thinking about every day? Reward yourself. This doesn't need much explanation or many action steps. You work your ass off at work, and you make sacrifice? Then when you achieve something that you didn't think was possible, reward yourself. Because you were a beast, and you deserve it. See you in the next episode.
Back it up for a nigga like me. No fair, no fair. It's about time when a nigga come in. Whoa, that. Shawty goes so wild, Trisha waste on me.